speaking of fantastic, Larry, oh my goodness, what our listeners are in for this week. All I got to say is if you're seated, remain seated and fasten your seatbelt. We're going to have a fun and actually, I believe, very critical discussion here on the podcast today.
Yeah, I can't wait to introduce Joe Pici, but I have to give the backstory to this for a couple reasons. I'm a firm believer if you position yourself really well and you're just being real and you're being genuine and you're open to conversation and you're opening up to just, you know what, just throwing it out there, so to speak, you meet the coolest people. And Joe and I connected, gosh, this has probably been a year or so ago. And we really never had any dialogue. Well, it was probably, I'd say no more than 30, 45 days ago as we're recording this podcast. Joe and I were just messaging each other back and forth in LinkedIn, and one thing led to another. I'm having a Zoom call with Joe, and we just started talking, and we just clicked right away. And I knew he was in Florida, but didn't know where. And I said, "Hey, Joe, just out of curiosity, where do you live?" And he said, "Just outside of Orlando." And I said, "I'll be in Orlando in a couple weeks." And this is what a guy Joe is. He goes, "Here's my number. Let me know when you're coming in. I'll pick you up from the airport and we'll go grab some coffee." Sure enough, Joe picks me up from the airport. We have coffee, had the best conversation in a long time, 3.5 hours. And Joe's a kindred spirit. I just love this guy and what he's all about. So without further ado, Joe Pici, welcome to Selling from the Heart.
Hey, welcome back. It's exciting to be with you guys. Just getting to know both of you, just meeting Daryl, and we do think alike in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's good. I can tell we have a kindred spirit on the podcast today. And this, as I mentioned, is going to be a great discussion. But I really am looking forward to your take on the question that all of our guests get on the podcast, which is, what does it mean to you when you hear the words selling from the heart?
I think you need to be real. I think we need not to have a mask on. I think too many salespeople try to be somebody they're not. I think too many salespeople don't know what their uniqueness is. And I think they have this plastic presentation, and I think they need to go in and pretend they're not selling. When we show up in a meeting, authentic and selling from the heart means I know why I'm there, you know why I'm there, so why are we lying? And so my behavior style is you two are very people oriented. I mean, you just got charisma out your ears. I don't.
Oh, now come on, Joe.
I'm much more task oriented, and so I've had to learn to sell from a process with great communications and great skills. Okay, and so because I've had to learn that, I believe we as communicators need to learn something. We need to do something, and then we're qualified to teach it. So selling from the heart is just being who you are and bringing who you are to the table, not trying to be somebody else.